Welcome to a beautiful morning here at the River House. Let's give a quick rundown of the things that haven't gone right in the last week or so. So I have burned up a chop saw. I have ripped the cord off a brand new drill. I have burned up a grinder. Last night I dropped my phone in the river while retrieving swamp water for Shay's flatworms that he got from the local high school science teacher, a good friend of mine. All the pins that I carefully measured, cut, and tested to put the forks on the backhoe, I managed to get one of them in, despite, as I said, testing them in the holes that they're supposed to go into. The seat of the excavator, which is currently equipped with a bucket, it is too rusty to ever fix. It came apart while trying to take it apart, so it can't actually go back together. Man, what else? Lost some camera footage. The rear brakes exploded in... No, not in this. Thank God. The rear brakes exploded in the white work truck, and that had to be put back together. It's just been... But it is a new day. The sun is out, at least, as I said, temporarily here, and I've got some gentlemen on their way to look at some rock to see if we can strike up a deal that way. So I'm hoping that it'll improve, right? We've had my rain. Where's my rainbow? Today, the goal was to maybe even start stacking some rocks. I want to move a bunch of that stuff and get it out of the way. I got the garbage trailer here. We're going to wholesale slaughter. I find too many things potentially useful down in some distant future, and they're in the way. They need to go. So I'm going to do that. I already got a big chunk of the heavy wood load. I've already got a big chunk of the wood moved. Where is that? That's over the hill over here. I need to unload the trailer. That's what I'll start on, I think, this morning. I need to unload the trailer because I have got 42 bags of mix coming. They would not sell it to me in quantities less than a full pallet, and the garbage trailer I don't think can handle a full pallet of 42 times 80. I think it's just too much for it. So I'm going to put it on the red trailer. So I got to get the red trailer unloaded with all the bridge timbers. I do have the rock slide done, the little one, so that we can maybe test that out today. I don't know. There's like a million things to do before I can start doing the million things I need to do. Welcome to the River House. So the guys with the rocks just stopped by, Dan and Scott. Really nice guys, and talked over the value of the rock here, what I want to be looking for, what I want to stack on my pallets. The things that I thought were valuable, but also so was a lot of the stuff that I was running through the rock crusher. Probably need to stop doing that. Gave me a much better idea. I'm gonna make sure I hook them up with some rocks to say thank you and whatnot. But now it's time to get back to cleaning up this crap hole. So here's all the French drain pipe. Most of the small pieces are probably just trash, but I might fill them with concrete and use them as anchors inside the wall. Building the wall. A lot of the rocks I was going to use to build the wall, I've now learned are maybe a little more valuable, but it might just have to be what it has to be. I still need my wall. So I'll get the rest of this stuff moved out of the way and bring the truck down and start. No money in scrap steel anymore. So I just need to stop saving it. It just needs to go. You know, this 5-inch ducting, that's what I was using for the sawdust collector in the shop, I find too many things valuable or too many things potentially useful. So oh, I should have showed them the mine steel. Anyways, I just can't have this much crap. So stuff has got to go today only. Get rid of it, because I need to come in here and somehow move this thing. I'm a little afraid it'll just fall apart. There's no floor in it. I need to move the two blast doors out of the way there, because I need to prep this side as well. But that's ahead of the game. Oh, you're gonna love the wind. There's not much I can do until my mortar mix comes in, so just clean up, and very quickly you're gonna have to leave for the summer. So yay! I've moved a bunch of stuff. I've started to load a bunch of scrap, but I just found another tick. So I know for sure that they're out, and you know, little bloodsuckers. So last year I built something and I never got a chance to use it, and this seems like the perfect time. This is, I hope, my tick sponge. I want to see if this works. I want to go drag this over the most likely tick bushes and see if I acquire any ticks. I wonder if it's even a remotely viable solution. I drag it around in prime season. I'll pick off their tiny little vampire bodies. I'll pitch them in the fire, and then there are fewer mommy and daddy ticks for next year. I don't know. I need a break. I mean, all I'm doing is just running around in a circle. I need a complete break and to do something different. So, by God, this is what I'm going to do. Well, I don't have time to mess around with it too much, but there might be something to the issue. I got a pair of them, and I didn't mess around with it very long, so they are 100% pre-programmed to climb up. That's what they want to do. They want to climb up, 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 up. So, yeah, just judging from this, I better take my coat off, because I imagine I have a few underneath of it. So I might get a few more before the day is done, but the bed sheet drag, I didn't really expect much to happen at all. So I think there might be some promise there. Oh, the neighbor came by and offered me a bunch of big pallets. About, I don't know, twice as many as I actually brought home. He said I could grab them anytime. If I'm going to be serious about setting out and selling a few of these rocks, then I'll need some pallets, so I'll have to cut them in half, but that doesn't seem like that big a deal. They were handy, and I didn't have to go get them, and I didn't have to scrounge for them. So I just have the big steel to move now on the trailer. It's got a flat, that's fun. I stacked a bunch of that old wood. There's a lot more railroad tie in it than I probably should have put at one time. Regardless, it'll be gone here in a bit. least it's not dripping down into the stream anymore. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of a lazy, crappy day. I'm not getting a whole lot done. I'm tired. And because I'm tired, I'm going to do something. Ooh. Gorgeous. I'm going to do something just for silly giggles. This is some of that clay that we found back in there, and where that shovel is standing, there's maybe another 200 pounds of it. And it's really nice, creamy stuff. But we would like to try to completely purify it so that Shay can use it for craft projects, or, you know, he would sure like to try. It's been a long day. He would sure like to try, you know, some primitive pottery kind of stuff. So I want to use it for blasting. Either one, we'd like to try to clarify it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the old cement mixer here, and we're going to churn it until all the chunks are broken up into a slurry. Then it gets dumped into that bucket and allowed to settle for a bit. Then the heavy stuff will settle out. Then I'll pour the slip, they call it, off into the trash can there and discard the heavies. You go through, you filter it twice like that. That's how you make clay. I've never built it on this scale, so let's see how it works. Well, here it is. The end of a tiring day. There's new snow on the tops of the hills over there, but for the most part it missed me. Not entirely, as you can see, but for the most part. I really need to get a haircut. It's definitely on the list of things to do. I prepared a fair bit of clay. This is the twice processed clay, where I dumped it in that container over there and I let it sit for 15-20 minutes and all the heavies settled out, and then I poured it into here. This is the single processed clay. More just filtered the bumps, chunks, lumps, and that sort of stuff out of it. That'll be what I'll use. Pack the holes and blasting. I got a lot of this mess picked up. I got that old winch on Craigslist. I finally just decided I'm just not going to use it. It's just too big. As you know, it's not a full hydraulic winch, so it isn't like, because I talked about, you know, you could mount it between the carriage on the excavator, and if it was a full hydraulic winch, right, then I'm not saying you'd use it often, but it was at least barely barely a use for it. It's way too big for Dad's cat, and Dad's cat already has a winch, and it seems to be fine. So I got it on Craigslist. I didn't get this tin. I guess I haven't decided if I'm gonna use it or not. You know, rustic mining tin is like a wall accent, outside wall siding in between rock. I didn't get the lumber recovered. I gotta haul this down. There's a bucket of truck chains underneath there. This is that burl wood that's drying out. I didn't treat it very good. The covering came off and I just ignored it. So likely just gonna lose it all, but we'll see. Don't think there's anything in that motor crate. Those are the replacement tires for the Green Army trailer. Super good shape. Definitely good enough shape. That's a joke, right? It's definitely good enough shape for what I'm going to do with them. They're a little taller than I'd like. I like to keep that trailer short, even if it's only a 3/4 of an inch drop. The red trailer is unloaded. Still got that flat tire. You know, I'm going to need to do something about that. Definitely. Before I put 42 sacks of mortar mix on it, 80 pounds a piece. Math. I moved a lot. I got the garbage trailers full of a bunch of stuff. Still need to get a bunch more stuff into it. Bunch more. I didn't realize I had that chunk of Schedule 40 sewer. That would have been nice to know. Anyways, I gotta get a bunch more of this stuff dumped into it and picked up. Gates rods for foundation work, and this old rebar for retaining wall reinforcement. It's good enough. Got some old cable I'll use for retaining wall reinforcement. Again, it's good enough. Ooh, leaving a hammer out. I don't want to do that. So that's it. I'm just pretty tired. It's been a long day. My lunch consisted of a bag of peanuts. That was my own creation, so it's not like I'm asking for pity or nothing. That's the choice I made. But I'm a little hungry. My marinated pork chops from before turned out to be quite a nice hit. So I think I'm heading home. Got another bag of those defrosted in the fridge. Even the Macaroni King liked those. So I think that's what I'm up to. Sorry for being so dang sexy. Hopefully it didn't distract you from all the splendor out here. You know. Oh! Saw a rubber boa constrictor today. It was actually one of the guys that came out to look at the rocks. Noticed it. And I went to go move him to a safer space later, and he wasn't there. So I guess he moved himself. Hopefully I didn't miss an eagle or something coming in and get him, but it's that you know, that really dark olive green brownish Montana constrictor. And you know, we've got those, and then we got bull snakes out here, along with rattlers. So I like them. I even kind of like the rattlers, though. It makes me nervous with the kid and the dog. But anything that's gonna chomp down on the mice is golden with me. So now, thanks for watching. I'm gonna have some pork chops.